We approach farming as a career and as a business. We are involved in beekeeping. We are involved in cow farming, and we love planting trees. Welcome to TWC. My name is Magembe. In today's episode, let's look at the skills that you require that, if you want to succeed in beekeeping. The first skill that you require is that you have to be a person who likes to do research. When you want to get involved in beekeeping, you have to research about the bees. You have to understand how the biology of the bees, how bees work. When you research on all this information, then the next thing that you need to research is you need to know the right equipment that you require to participate in beekeeping. You need to understand about safety because if you're dealing with the bees, uh, you know, you need to know that safety is very important because we are dealing with the African bees, which we call African killer bees. So safety is always number one. So you have to be a person who likes to do research. You have to read books. You have to listen to people who have been dealing with the bees. You have to go for training. You have to get all this information before you embark in beekeeping. The second skill that you will require is about you need to have a skill on project management. And because when you are starting beekeeping as a business and as a career, you need to understand what involves to have this project successive. Because, from getting the bees, buying the eye, and, maintaining all the bees and making sure caring for the bees all the way until you harvest honey and the other bee products, it's a project. It involves money, it involves different skills. So you have to have this project management skill so that you can be able to manage this project successfully. The third skill that you require, you need to have a business and accounting skills. Because as we have stated here before, why most people fail in businesses is because when they are starting a business, they don't have a business plan. So you got to be a person who can be able to do a business plan, who can be able to write information down and say, okay, if I'm starting this business, what is required? How much capex do I need? How much money would I be needing to maintain this business? How will be the profits look like? So you have to have this business and accounting skills if you want to succeed in beekeeping. Another skill that you require is record keeping, because as we stated before, most people, they engage in farming or in doing a business, but they don't keep any records. So they don't understand how they're failing. They don't understand whether this whatever they're doing is succeeding or is failing. So when you engage in beekeeping, you have to be a person who likes to keep records. You have to keep the records of your hives. You have to know when you bought your hives. You have to know when did you do inspection. You have to know when you're going to harvest. You have to know whether you harvested from this hive. You have to know how much honey have you harvested from this hive, and when is the next harvest. You have to record all this kind of information for you to be able to succeed in this field. Otherwise, if you don't have records, you will not be able to know where you're heading. You have to have these records, and about from just having the records, you have to be a person who's a data analyst. You have to analyze the data that you have recorded down, and from that data, you can be able to see some trends and some pattern so that you can know which kind of direction to follow if you want to succeed in beekeeping. Another skill that you require, it's you need to have people a skill. You need to know how to deal with people. Because when you're involved in beekeeping, you're going to be dealing with people. You can't do this alone. It means you're going to be having some people helping you. You're going to be having workers. So if you're having workers, so you have to know how to deal with people for them to be able to work for you. You're going to be selling your money to people. You need to understand how to deal with people. You have to have the customer care skill, because if you're just a person who wants to be alone, then this might not be for you, because this will require you to get involved with a lot of people, and you talk, you discuss, so that you see how things are going, and the people will be the ones helping you to succeed in this business. Another skill that you require is patience. The business of beekeeping is not a business you put today and then tomorrow you have the money and you're done. You have to be a very patient person. You have to exercise patience because there's a time, like last year, 2022, the climate has not been doing very well. There was no rain. So when there's no rain for a very long time, it means that, of course, bees get the honey from the nectar, water, and the pollen. And so it means if the environment is dry, of course, you're not getting honey. So if you're a person who was expecting money instantly, then you're going to abandon this business. You're going to be like, oh, this is not working. But if you're in this business, you need to know that there are times that things are not going well. You have to be patient. You wait until another time when things will pick up. Because beekeeping is is dependent on weather. So when there's rains and things are going well for the environment, then of course, bees are making honey, and you will make money. So you have to be a person who's very, very patient. This is not a short-term project. This is a long-term project. This is a project for 5 years. This is a project for 10, 20 years. So you have to be a person who's very patient to succeed in this business. Another skill that you need to have is the sales and marketing skill. Because yes, once you have put your hives, bees have made honey, then you're going to get to the next phase where you need to sell your honey and the bee products. So you got to be a person that has sales and marketing skills, because otherwise, you will not be able to sell your honey. You got to be a person who knows how do you market your products. How do you sell your products to our customers? How do you maintain the customers? Are you giving them a good quality product? And the ones you give them the product, the most important thing, do you maintain that customer? Because if one customer is happy, the customer will go tell 2 to 3 more customers, and at the end of the day, you will have so many customers. But if your customers are not happy with you, of course, then of course you will not survive in this business, because if they don't tell their friends to come and buy products from you, of course you might not survive in this for a long time. So another skill that you need is passion. You have to be passionate for bees and the environment. So you have to be a person who loves the bees, who loves nature, who loves the environment to succeed in this business, because this is a business that you're dealing with nature. Bees are part of nature. Trees are part of nature. So you have to be a person that has passion, and in this field, then you succeed. But otherwise, if there's no passion, you do this for some time and you give up. So again, you have seen these are the skills that you require. And of course, there are more other skills that you require, but these are the basic skills that you require if you want to succeed in this business. Thank you again for taking time to listen to this kind of information. I'm hoping that, you go through the list and see which skills you have. If some of the skills you don't have, you can always gain these skills, and, you succeed in this field. I'm assuming that you're interested, you are starting beekeeping, and you will have the skills and you succeed, so that you'll be like, okay, yeah, I have all the skills and I'm succeeding. You can tell your friends and other people to get involved in this, because beekeeping is a noble mission. We protect the environment, we preserve the biodiversity, we make sure that the ecosystem is doing well. So kindly go ahead and get involved in this kind of business. We'll see you in another video.